Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aimi Aini Binti Mohd. I am from class J for EC367. So this is the video for the individual project for the course ECM367 Project and Construction Management. The title of my video is Site Safety. So basically, I will explain about the safety in the construction site. So when we talk about site safety, the most important thing is PPE. So PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment. PPE is actually the equipment worn to minimize exposure to hazards that cause serious workplace injuries and illnesses. These injuries and illnesses may result from contact with chemical, radiological, physical, electrical, mechanical, or other workplace hazards. Personal protective equipment may include items such as gloves, safety glasses and shoes, earplugs or masks, hard hats, respirators or coveralls, vests, and full body suits. So, in this assignment, we are requested to identify 10 common types of PPE in construction works. So, the first one is head protection, second is face protection, third, eye protection, fourth, respiratory protection, 5, hearing protection, 6, hand and arm protection, 7, foot protection, 8, body protection, 9, grounding protection, and the last one is fall protection. Okay, the first one is head protection. Head protection is obviously the equipment that is used to avoid injury for the worker's head in construction site. So, head protection is important because the workers are exposed to objects falling from above and hitting fixed dangerous objects. So, there are several types of head protection, which are high performance industrial safety helmets, normal industrial safety helmets, and also industrial bum caps. So, the picture here is the normal industrial safety helmets. And this another picture is the components of the safety helmets. There are shell, headband, behind loop, head support, sweatband, and also bong race. So the main components of this head protection is the shell. Next is the face protection. So what is face protection? It is the equipment that is used to protect the worker's face in construction site. So face protection is important because the workers are exposed to the inhalation of toxic substances, hazardous radiation, virus-carrying aerosol droplets, and also the most important thing nowadays, coronavirus. So there are two types of face protection. The first one is the plastic face shield, and then the second one is the face mask. The face mask is important nowadays to avoid the coronavirus. So, the first picture is the plastic face shield, and then the second one is the face mask. The third one is the eye protection. Obviously, eye protection is the equipment that is used to avoid injury for the worker's eyes in construction site. There are several exposure risks which might be the main reason for the workers to wear eye protection. The first one is flying or ejected particles, chippings, debris material or object. Second one is dust, gas, vapor or liquid mist. The third one is other dangerous substances that might enter the eyes. The fourth one is heat or hot materials, and the last one is radiation. So, there are also several types of eye protection. The first one is the general safety glasses. The second one is laser safety glasses. Third, chemical splash goggle, and the fourth one, impact goggle. So, this is the image of the type of eye protection, and this is the components of eye protection. There are frame, bridge, anti-fall impact resistant lens, lens marking, side shield, top shield, and adjustable arm. So, the most important part is the lens. The fourth one is the respiratory protection. So, respiratory protection is the equipment that is used to avoid injury for the worker's respiratory system such as mouth, throat, and lungs in construction site. So, respiratory protection is very important for the workers as they might be exposed to inhalation of dust, inhalation of gases, and also the inhalation of vapors and mist. There are two types of respiratory protection. The first one is half-phase elastomeric air purifying respirator, and the second one is disposable standard N95 filtering face-based respirator. So, the first picture is the half-phase elastomeric air purifying respirator, and the second one is the disposable standard N95 filtering face-based respirator. Next is the hearing protection. Hearing protection is actually the equipment that is used to avoid injury for the workers' ears in construction site. So, hearing protection is important as the workers are exposed to the excessive noise in the construction site. It can cause hearing damage and also increase stress of the workers. There are two types of hearing protection. The first one is earplugs or ear muffs, and the second one is noise meter. So, this is the image of the earplugs or ear muffs. And then the second one is the noise meter. Noise meter is used to detect the sound either it's suitable or not for the workers to work there. 6 is the hand and arm protection. Obviously, hand and arm protection is the equipment that is used to avoid injury for the workers' hand and arm in construction site. There are a few exposure risks that require the workers to wear hand and arm protection. The first one is cuts and abrasions from handling sharp objects. Second, punctures from handling pointed objects. Third, cold environment due to working in cold workplace or outside in cold weather. Fourth, electrical hazard, and the last one is contact with dangerous chemicals or substances. There are also a few types of hand and arm protection. The first one is gloves. Second, gloves with a cuff. Third, gauntlets, sleeves, and long gloves. And the fourth one is sleeve and arm protection. So the first picture is a picture of the glove, and then the second one is the long glove. The next most common type of PPE is the foot protection. Foot protection is the equipment that is used to protect the workers' foot in construction site. The foot protection is very important for the workers as they might be exposed to the falling objects that could crush the feet and toes. Next is impact-causing cuts and abrasions. Third, standing on pointed or sharp objects on the ground. And the last is sudden fall due to slippery floor. So, there are two types of foot protection. The first one is safety boots, and then the second one is the Wellington boots. The first picture is the safety boot, and then the second one is the Wellington boots. 8 is the body protection. Body protection is obviously the equipment that is used to protect the workers' whole body in construction site. Body protection is important as the workers are exposed to the weather conditions in outdoor jobs, extreme temperatures, and also chemical contamination. There are two types of body protection. The first one is the life jacket, and the second one is high visibility clothing. So this is the picture of the life jacket, and the second one is the high visibility clothing. High visibility clothing is to make sure that the workers can be seen in the construction site. Next is the drowning protection. Actually, drowning protection is the equipment that is used to protect the workers from water at the construction site. This is because the workers are exposed to the drowning in the water and also contact with water because of rain and cleaning. So basically, drowning protection is for the workers that is working near the water. There are also two types of drowning protection. The first one is the life jacket, and then the second one is waterproof jacket. So the first picture is the life jacket that is prevent the person from drowning, and the second one is the waterproof jacket that avoid the workers contact with water. The last one is the fall protection. Fall protection is actually the equipment that is used to protect the workers if falling ever happen in construction site. Fall protection is important for the workers that working at height area as it can cause sudden impact with the ground. There are two types of falling protection, which are safety harness and also the layers. The first picture is the safety harness, which will be installed at the worker's body. And then the second one is the layers, which will connect the safety harness and also a rope. The next task is we need to identify the hazard environments at construction site. The first one is working at height. So this is actually for the workers that has the responsibility at the height place. They are exposed to sudden fall and contact with ground or other construction materials. This can cause fatal injuries. The PPE that they need to wear is the fall protection. This fall protection can avoid from sudden fall and contact with ground or other construction materials. Next is the foot protection, which can avoid them from falling due to the slippery floor. And the third one is the body protection, which makes sure that they can be seen while working. The second one is the moving object. It means that the workers works with a lot of moving objects above them. They are exposed to the sudden contact with those objects and can cause major injury, especially at the head. The PPE that they need to wear is the head protection, obviously to protect their head, foot protection to protect their foot from the falling object, and the body protection also to make sure that they can be seen while working. The last one is the working with chemicals. It is for the workers that works with chemical substances as they are exposed to the hazardous liquid and gases. These chemicals can cause skin irritation, illnesses, and respiratory problems. There are 5 PPE that they need to wear. The first one is hand and arm protection and also foot protection, which can avoid skin irritation. The third one is respiratory protection, which can avoid respiratory problems. And the last one is face and eye protection, which can avoid illnesses. The last one is the conclusion of this video and also this individual project. So the conclusion of this video is PPE, personal protective equipment, is very important to ensure the safety of the workers in construction site. Secondly, all of the workers in hazardous environment at the construction site must be protected with PPE. And the third one, workers themselves should also know the correct PPE to make sure that they are safe during construction activities. So, the conclusion for the whole assignment is, I get to understand the concept and importance of PPE. Secondly, I get to differentiate between each type of PPE and its use in construction site. The last one is I realized that in construction site, there are always risks of injury and illnesses. So, all of the construction process must be done carefully. So, that is all for my presentation for the site safety at the construction site. Thank you.